Hello, retired fat guy fans, new and old. Thanks for coming by. I don't know if you caught it, but this past weekend, Homestead How had a 24-hour live stream with every big name doctor you can imagine. If you did not see that, go check out Homestead How and get educated. That's right, educate yourself to learn what the carnivore diet is all about. Now, what is the carnivore diet and why is this such a big thing? Well, the biggest part is, what's your reason why? Why are you seeking out a new way, or the carnivore way, or the keto way of living? So ask yourself, what is it? Are you like everybody else, myself included, that you just went up, down, up, down? There's no doubt in my world that you are just like the rest of us. Rest of us, just like you, have lost a gajillion pounds in our lifetime, right? I'm 53 years old. How old are you? Are you 40, 35, a youngster just coming out of school, an athlete, trying to figure it out? I'm trying to remember what all that time and training that the coaches talked about. If you're an athlete, or if you're a scout, all those little sayings that we learned growing up. Now we're trying to make it happen again. Well, if you're like me, you tried. You listened to the doctors. You followed the diet. You fell off the diet. Whatever the diet was, you didn't stick to it. My guess, if I'm right, you tell me. Excuse me when my nose is itching. My guess is it didn't work because you were always hungry. Well, that was me too. I'd get going, I'd have a good run. Good run meaning another stretch at the gym, another day winning at the food, counting calories, using measuring cups, doing the bowl diet. Anything that fits in the bowl, go ahead and eat. But you gotta do that 6 times a day. And what is it loaded with? Loaded with vegetables, full of carbs, loaded with rice bowls, chicken protein bowls with rice and vegetable, yogurt, salad dressing, so you can palate the lettuce. Just stuff. We were told it was healthy. We're supposed to eat X amount of protein, X amount of salad. Fill your plate with 50% salad, the rest meat, lean, no fat. Keep it fat free. Does any of this sound familiar? Have you gone to the doctor's office, sat in the chair, them telling you again that you need to lose weight, and you've done this, that, and the other to do just that? The big one, join Weight Watchers. Join Jenny Craig. Join a walk group, which I highly recommend that one. That's good for more than just anything. Or just losing weight. But here, the carnivore diet, the keto diet, the ketovore diet, what are you on? Are you perfect? I'm sure you're not. For the exception of Kerry, maybe Bill too now. But if you don't know who they are, go to Homestead How and go to Bill Knott channel, and you'll see who they are. They're on what they say, strict carnivore. Dante Frigno Freedom. He too, I think he's approaching 1,000 days on the lion diet. He's thriving. He's been doing it a long time. Doctors like Anthony Chafee, Ken Berry, Dr. Baker, and so on. The list is huge. If you didn't catch it, I know Kerry is posting. He just posted 2.5 hours of straight testimonials of just everyday people like you and me. I would go seek him out or look on my playlist and play it. If you wouldn't mind, go to my playlist and play it. So yes, very important, very important. If I could add, I truly believe, our government for the most part is supposed to be out here to protect us. What have they been protecting us from? On our nutrition. Take a look. Do a little research. You will see an incline from about mid-1960 on when they started pushing fat-free way of life. Well, fat-free way of life has just made our country fatter. Something about that, right? Why is it the people that came up with this plan, excuse me, I get a little more comfortable. Why is it the people that came up with these fat-free programs also have the antidote when it doesn't work? Because you're supposed to have 7 to 10 grains or servings of grain and rice, and carbohydrates, and a carbohydrate at every meal, mixing the bread, mixing a little extra sugar here, sugar there. That's crazy. And to learn that the average person before 1965, 1970 consumed about 3 to 5 pounds of sugar a year. Well, in this same time frame, more and more sugars come about, and to learn again, we as a society put on about 600 pounds of sugar a year. And we wonder why everybody has diabetes. We wonder why autoimmune diseases are crazy. We wonder why people are just sick. We wonder why our doctors are just strapped at getting patient after patient. So when I started really putting this together, I was listening to Dr. Ken Berry one day, and he was talking about everything I'm talking about. Everything clicked. Kerry at Homestead How, I always want to say now, so I try to catch myself. Homestead How has been pulling back the layers and dire straight, just straight looking for that evidence. And these doctors like Dr. Anthony Chafee comes out. Now, you ladies, if you don't know who Dr. Chafee is, go for it. He's your eye candy of the day. If I was a chick, I'd think he's all right too. He's one lady said he looks like a Greek god. So Dr. Chafee, good on you, sir. But everybody that tells their story tells about reversing diabetes. Now, if you're a vegan, if you're a vegetarian, cool. But take a look in your community and find out the people that are vegan, whatever you want to call it, any form of vegetarian. See how many people have actually reversed their autoimmune disease, like rheumatoid arthritis. I don't know of anybody that has. How about gout? Are you a big guy and we're told, oh, you're sick on the king's diet, so you don't get to, and now you don't get to have beef and steak, and they scare you if you have shellfish, you're done. Well, maybe some of us are. Maybe we're just not, our bodies aren't tolerant to that food, but king's diet. Well, I don't know about you. I don't have a king's wallet. but I have a moderate wallet. I can afford this. Meat, if that's all you eat, man. So one of the things I'm going to do is go look at the standard way of eating. Go ask people for their receipts, what they just spent on McDonald's. The only thing good on that is if you eat beef, pull out all the bread and all the crap that they put on it and just eat the beef. It's actually pretty good, and you don't even have to order all the crap. Just order the beef. I didn't even know it was a thing until I watched Dr. Ken Berry do it. There was another guy that did it too. I think Dr. Baker did that and proved that you can just roll up, ask for 100% beef. McDonald's cooks it up, puts it on a little black portable tray, and they do it piping hot. My guess is they have to actually make it, then send it to you. So give it to you out the door. Everybody looks at you crazy, but who cares what everybody else thinks? They're all out of shape, right? So there are ways to make this affordable, even when you're on the road. Maybe it might be time to go get a George Foreman or a air fryer that you can take, and you can take it with you. And there's just ways of eating cheap, even if you're traveling. You truckers out there, woo! I used to once truck, and that was a big thing. I got my CDL in 1992, and boy, the diet that a trucker has, you got to be very conscious. And back then, it was all cab overs, not much room for anything but maybe a plug-in style refrigerator that you put in your passenger jump seat. And you lived out of that if you wanted to save money, because back then I was making a whopping 21 cents a mile with the JB Hunt that's out there. They still, I think they pay a little bit more now, but they're pretty much a training company, and I thank them. They gave me an opportunity when nobody else would when I was 21, 22 years old. Everything's based off of insurance, and anyway, they got me started in the career life, and helped me get started to where I could afford to buy a home when I was 23 years old. Here in California, houses were a little cheaper back in the 90s, but like everything goes up, and hopefully eventually income will too. So keep going for the bigger companies, but and better paying jobs if you're out there trucking. But when it comes to food, you got to be proactive as heck, man. Stay away from those chips. Get out of the truck stops. Just get out of them. Go down to the local Safeway or Food Mart or Piggly Wiggly or whatever store is near you. Go get some meat. Bring you a grill. You got 10 hours off. I know sometimes it's nighttime, but even at nighttime you get hungry, right? So break out that George Foreman. Carry yourself a little converter. A lot of trucks have them these days. Use them. Save you some money. Go get you, well, if they got a refrigerator, go get you a little refrigerator. One of those little plug-in Coleman ones. That goes for anybody. If you're traveling on the road, you're a traveling salesman, whatever it is you do that takes you off the road, you got to find out how to eat full, nutritious, nutrient-dense food. On this carnivore, it's bacon. Who doesn't like bacon? I had a friend of mine who says, life is good if bacon's in it. Bacon, beef. Your beef can be ground beef. It could be ribeye. It could be chuck steak like I had today for lunch. There's affordable meats out there. If you can afford grass-fed, grass-finished, go for it. Or if you can only do that once a week, hey, go for it. I use another company I will promote because they're a really good company. I started eating. It's grass-fed, and the last 30 days they grain finish. And let me tell you, those ribeyes, the New Yorks, their ground beef is actually cheaper than on the store. Cheaper than Costco, believe that. Delivered to your door, so that's awesome. Fortunately, I can't get enough. I go through a full shipment and add-ons. I max out that box that gets delivered to my door, and hey, it's good meat. I can't tell you enough about it. I will. I will show you one of my favorite places to get beef other than Costco currently. I also go to a place called Grocery Store Outlet. They have a lot of good options, really good options on 30%, what is it? 30% fat and 70% lean meat or beef, protein, whatever you want to call it. Highly recommend finding your local discount place. If you can, go support your local butcher. That's on my to-do list. I know there's a couple here in the greater Sacramento area of California. I just learned of a place here really close. I believe it's through Dave's Pumpkin Patch or Vieira Farms as another way that's the company. Dave's Pumpkin Patch is a affiliate of same people. They just do a annual Oktoberfest kind of activity for the kids in the community. But they have, I heard they have goat, and I believe they're starting to do farm-raised beef. I'm not sure if it's them or Rancher Friends or what, but those are on my to-do list. But hey, afford what you can afford. But I guarantee you, once I'm done doing what I think I'm going to do, and I really got to get better at editing so I can do those contrasts. Look at this receipt and what you get. Look at that receipt. Look what you got. Get the before style diet and the after style diet. Do a cost analysis. And yes, I have a family too. Some people, hey man, I got a family. I can't afford this. Well, you can or you can't. Just like what's going on in this country right now. Inflation's through the roof. We all adapt. You're going to find a way to do it. My mom, we were on a military budget growing up. Dad only made so much. Mom made what she made. But hey, if all you can afford is ground beef, this diet's for you. You can do it. Kids can be fed. Kids, maybe you just put them on ketovore. Keto's pretty good overall for your body. That's basically just lean meat, not lean meat, fatty meat, chicken with the skin. Cook it and cook stuff. Put butter finish, butter sear your meats and stuff. Do your vegetables, whole foods. Don't mess around. Just whole foods. Try to go low starchy vegetables if you're going to do that. That's keto. I did that a few years ago. Did very well on it. That's kind of what I did when I started going more carnivore. Now, I know my channel is called The Retired Fat Guy. And many people, well, not many, some people have commented that I should change the name of my brand. This brand I created because I was fat and tired and sick of being sick and tired of being sick. And one day I was sitting at a tournament with my son. We were sitting poolside, and I was kind of embarrassed of my size, and never embarrassed about being with my friends and his friends and my sons and the whole thing. It was fun. I love baseball. Baseball has always centered me and my boys took to it. My oldest is excelling in it. And anyway, I think it was in 2017 when this channel kind of came about. Maybe it was a little later, 18, somewhere around there. It was towards the, matter of fact, it was during his, he graduated in 2020, so 18 and 19. So somewhere in there, I decided, you know, I'm retired from being fat. I'm going to call it what it is and get after it. And, you know, I've had my ups, my downs. I got down to 255. I held that before I had to have double bilateral knee surgery, which I had in July of 2023. And that's kind of how it all started. So the retired fat guy label is going to stay. So I invite you to retire from whatever situation you're in. And that's the nuts and bolts of the name. Now this shirt I have on, which will be a branded shirt, powered by Prime Beef. Each color represents the different levels that people like their meat, whether it's rare, medium well, or done. So that's kind of what that's about. And then the upside down triangle, that just represents flipping it all upside down. Flip everything upside down. Have as much meat as possible. Don't do a lot of starches and meat or vegetables. If you do, have this portion of it right here on this little bit. That's what should be on your plate, if any of them at all. You know, so power yourself by beef. Prime beef, choice beef, select choice beef. If you can afford the tougher meats, just stew them down. They're good. I do that. Matter of fact, my wife is out right now shopping, and I want like butt roasts and stuff like that I can put in a slow cooker. It does matter. And this week I had a stall. Well, about a week and a half of stalling on weight loss. I feel the inches kind of stalled too. So watching the 24-hour event that Kerry put on, listening to other people and what they did when they stalled, because it's going to happen. You're going to stall. You know, just keep going, trust the process, keep eating your meat, and make sure your fat content's high. Apparently, because I honestly, I'm working out or walking or doing something physical anywhere from 3 to 6 hours a day. So 3 to 6 hours a day just means I didn't eat enough. My body was going in some form of starvation, and I possibly wasn't having enough fat. So I increased that by adding more bacon, adding a little more bacon grease into what I cook my eggs into, butter all the time on top of my steak. And just like that, just listening, educating myself, I learned, just like you'll learn, that adding fat, removing fat, if whatever, makes you stall. You got to change it up. They talk about that under the carb diets too. If you stall, you got to do something different. Maybe you got to run more, or walk more, or add some carbs for a day, or have that cheat day, or whatever. I don't subscribe to having a cheat day, even though we all do. We're all human. Just if you mess up, get right back on. Because a few weeks ago I messed up. Birthday parties, old habits of cake. Just because I'm on it doesn't mean the world's on it, right? Or on the diet. Boy, that's about it. I'm 25 minutes into this. I'm trying to get as much out as possible. But Kerry, you did a bang up job if you made it this far. Thank you for watching. All you carnivores out there, keep on giving it hell, make it happen. Dante, thank you for always responding to my emails. Same with you, Kerry. I don't know where this channel is going to go. I don't want to be redundant and interview the same people. Maybe that's what needs to happen. You need to interview more people like the doctors I had mentioned. Now there's other people to interview. I'd like to interview you. I want to hear what you have to say. And I need to learn Zoom. I was in corrections for 21 years. I didn't do Zoom meetings. I went extract somebody out of a cell and put them in a different cell if they were out of line, or counseled inmates. I did stuff like that face to face. I was more face to face. If I had to be hands on, I was. So I'm learning how to be hands on this stuff here. So bear with me. Hopefully I get better. I'm sure if I work hard at it, I'll get better and better. Technology is kind of a friend and kind of not a friend to me. I'm just glad it's not printers. Printers always break on me. It doesn't matter. I must hit the button too hard or something. I don't know. But anyway, for you that continued on past the normal 6-7 minutes that I get, thank you. Share this, like it, hit the subscribe button, pass it to your friend, hit share to your Facebook buddies, share to the world. If you look, I'm learning to remember in the description to add dialogue. And now, since I am kind of all over the place on social media, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Strava. I need to add that to my what call it, not Teespring, link, it's a link thing, a link tree, that's it, link tree. I'm learning all these hip terms, but where I put all the links where I'm at. And if you want one of these shirts, by all means, go on to that link and the link tree link and look at my merch. I started a little merch account. I hate to say it, but yeah, to help support what it is I'm trying to do. That's about it. Please tell me what you're successful at and what you're doing. Let's work together. I'm not a doctor, so if you do try this carnivore way of life, definitely talk to your doctor, especially if you do that at length. Get your labs done. Try to get a base, but you can start it. It's not going to hurt you to do it until you can see your doc. Try it for 10 days. Try it for 15 days. Hey, if you keep liking it, do it for 30 days. Get on it. There's many ways to pull up what carnivores eat. It's very simple. It's meat. Meat, water, salt. Try Redmond salt. That's really good. Himalayan salt's pretty good. Sea salt. Stuff that has not been processed. Just stay away from that blue box everybody gets and puts on their table. That stuff's been stripped of all the nutrients, and I guess I don't even know why it's on the shelf. Why put something that's going to harm your body unless you have an alternative motive like selling pills? So that's it. I'm at 30 minutes. So excuse me, I have some digestion and I gotta get some work done. I've been messing around listening to Kerry. I've been studying and writing. Oh yeah, I'm writing a book. Kind of came about while I'm working on the carnivore diet movie / documentary that Kerry's working on. So I'm doing the heart research with a couple of other partners, and yeah, so I'm learning a lot, and kind of funny how things kind of develop. So I'll be writing a book. Who knew I would do that? I only have one person. That's my class president in high school, Dakia. You know who you are. That's it. Y'all have a good one. And come back, y'all. Bye. Peace.